Hi, it's Nuke and I'm going to be doing Resto guides, and today I'm going to be showing you my add-ons, talents, glyphs, my setup really with macros and stuff. I guess I'll start off with showing my glyphs, and these are basically mandatory for you can't change this out, because glyph basking, well, like critical hit chance 25% less, kind of big thing if they're focusing you. And almost all teams make switches onto Residers anyway. With a life bloom, you can just switch blooms, and it's really good just when they make switches. And all teams, if there's a Resider in the team, they will always make switches. That's how they land the kills. But with that glyph, it makes it so much easier. And glyph blooming, like the biggest heals that I do is basically when I let my life bloom run out, and I at the same time I do like a combo with regrowth at the same time. And for the regrowth, it's 15 at the same time. It's kind of a big heal for like 300k plus anyway, so that's pretty good. And about talents, Displace a Beast is what I always use. Wild Charge isn't that good compared to Displace a Beast. You could use it on maps like Blade's Edge to put mushrooms out on the side of the map and just jump down and teleport back up, but I think that's the only use for it. And MS, pretty much baseline, you can't use anything else because of the instant cyclones they can do and the major healing that you can put out with the macro with NS Healing Touch, which I'm going to be showing later as well. And Typhoon is best, I think, because you can use adversity sprees, which is trying to come for fair, or you can push people off. That will put them like a major disadvantage. Mass Entanglement isn't that good, or you can just safeguard out of it anyway, and you can use Nature Scrubs for that. And the Fairies Warlist isn't that good either, compared to Typhoon. Incarnation, the only thing viable in this tier, because Force Nature heals for like 1k a tree or some shit, it's not worth it at all. And Soul of the Forest gives basically nothing. Here you could I go with Bash because I like the CC you can do with it. Because the Sovereign Roar is, I think it's only good if they're targeting you. I used to use it before, but I think Mighty Bash is a lot better. And when it comes to this tier, some druids chose to go with Nature's Vigil, and I think that's a big mistake because it gives basically no healing boost whatsoever, and with Heart of the Wild you get passive 6% intellect and stamina, and only that is, I think, is better than Nature's Vigil. But if you in Heart of the Wild you get a lot of fucking damage. If you look at this, I can hold really high DPS. These go for like 40k in arenas, and the dots go for a lot as well. I usually hold up like 70k in DPS, I don't know what's going on now. This is a lot better than Nature's Vigil, you can't do anything with it, in my opinion. You can hold this for 45 seconds, and in 2s, that can be really viable. And I think it's still viable in 3s anyway. What else? Talents, Glyphs, let's go over macros then. I'm not using this, but this is probably the most important one if you're playing with a mage in 3s. The Ice Block out of CC, and if you use this macro you can just click it once and then click it again, and then you will get out of CC instant instead of having to wait like 2-3 seconds to get out of it again. It's really important with this macro, and I have used Healthstone in it for some reason, because I never use it anyway if I don't have it in a macro. Feral, I use Arena 2-3 for clones, this is not on my boss because I bind it in the WoW scripts folder. I have it on Shift A, S, and D. And I'm not using any of this. And I have for the turns. I don't know if it works because I haven't played with a hunter yet, but it's the same principle as with the ice block macro. You can just, to avoid the fear or something, you can just click the turns and then just get out of it instant, and then maybe do a clone on the wall or something. And then this macro is the same as my clone macro. I have it on bind and on S, and I just for focus bash. And I have focus clone here. It's really good to, instead of having to click the target or something. And I have near-mid macro, so I don't have to target myself to do it. And my probably biggest macro is just Shift H for NS healing touch, so I don't have to click healing touch after I used NS. Big time saver. And I use this macro as well. Didn't even use it. That's stupid. Whatever. Put my reverse hook and half-stone at the same time. And the add-ons I use is a big part of. It's really good having. I'm gonna show you. Right. I have an add-on called. Let's see what it's called. I think it's called Wild Cooldowns. Yeah, Wild Cooldowns. Basically, it shows the enemy cooldowns on top of the nameplates. And I use title plates to give it a better look, so it doesn't take up as much space and it looks a lot better. And Snowfall key press, so if you press number 3, like for rejuvenation for me, and instead of it casting rejuvenation after you release the button, it does it as soon as I actually press the button, so it's a time saver as well, and save Q doesn't even work. Gladiator LLSA is really good for hearing when they recklessness, for example, or shadow dance. And I use extra CD to keep track of, for example, say Jade Spirit or just any procs. And Gladius X, I use that instead of Gladius. I think I just like it better instead of because it shows a lot more. And that's basically it for my add-ons and stuff. Maybe I can show you. I can show how the Vio cooldowns work. I'll be back in a second. I'm gonna edit this out. Okay, so the beach is about to start, but I was thinking I forgot one macro that's pretty important for me as a Resto druid as well. It's my travel form macro. It's somewhere here. Anyway, what it does is I can basically click it and then get out straight away. So if a mage is casting Polymorph, for example, I can just, instead of wasting, if I don't use my macro I have to wait till I can get out. It takes like a few seconds, and that's time I could have spent healing instead. So this way I can just shape the poly and just get casting healing again instant. Okay, maybe this guy will use cooldowns. He does, but it's not showing on my. I need to turn on. Wait a second. Key bindings. I need to turn on the nameplates. Control V. Okay, here we go. And of course, my add-on is not working. Yeah, here we go. It shows the. Here we go. 57 seconds of Stone Bulwark. And here's 3 minutes on Icy Veins. I can see every cooldown here. It's really good. Like for example, if Hunter's Scatter just came off cooldown, if you just run to him and just shut him out, he will almost always just instant cast Scatter on you and you will melt it. So it's pretty good to see the cooldown of it. I think this is gonna be it for my first video, and I'm gonna be showing you gameplay, and then I'm gonna take out certain parts of the video to show what I do and why I do it, and just how I generally play as a Resto druid. Thanks for watching, guys, and subscribe to see more videos. Thanks.